Have you ever wanted to go plant-based, but you're unsure where to start and unsure what minerals or vitamins you may be deficient in whilst transitioning? Hello, my successful and healthy earthlings. Mihaela Raguj here, naturopath and founder of the Natural Health Podcast. In this episode, you will learn how to transition to a plant-based diet and what nutrients to pay special attention to so you do not get depleted. Welcome to the Natural Health Podcast, where we bring awareness of sustainable health in the business hustle space. Natural Health Podcast is perfect for the high-performing, business-minded individuals who want to work with their biochemistry to achieve success and optimal health. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for What Would I Do? In today's episode of Natural Health Podcast, we discuss this week's question or questions I kept confidential. I read them and answered them as if it was me, hence why it's called What Would I Do? The information provided is not to be taken as advice and is only for information and is solely for information purposes only. I am not here to cure, treat, or provide medical advice. I'm here to educate you, inform you so you're able to take steps towards optimal health. Please discuss any medical issues or healthcare changes with your healthcare professional. Let's get into today's question. Today's question is, I am thinking about going plant-based, but am concerned about certain nutrients I may be missing out on. What do I need to focus on and what supplements do I need? What a great question, because this isn't the first time I've heard this question before. There's so many times that I've heard this question before. Individuals being like, well, you know what, Mihaela, I want to go vegan, or Mihaela, I want to go plant-based, but I have absolutely no idea where to start. I'm so scared of being deficient. I'm so scared to be fatigued and have no energy, because most of these vegans and plant-based people out there that I know have no energy and so forth, iron and so forth, right? Well, let's first look into what is a plant-based diet, right? A quick overview of the major food categories that can be enjoyed on a plant-based diet, right? So fruits, right? Any types of fruits are included in a plant-based diet. All vegetables that you can think of, whole grains that you can think of. But what I mean by that is rice, quinoa, and so forth. All legumes you can think of, beans and so forth. But what's excluded on a plant-based diet is usually all animal meats, all animal products, and what that includes is eggs, dairy, cheese, honey, and so forth, right? So these are the things that usually people who are on a plant-based diet do not consume, right? So the most common nutrients that individuals believe that they may be deficient in whilst transitioning or being on a plant-based diet are protein, calcium, omega-3, zinc, and iron also, okay? And B12, iron, iodine, B12, and also those are the most of the ones that individuals believe that they're deficient on. But let me run through some things that have all of these nutrients in it, right? Protein, you have your nuts, your soy, your beans, your quinoa. Calcium, you have your leafy greens, your bok choy, broccoli, cabbage, dandelion greens, watercress, fortified plant mix, tofu, all have calcium, right? Sesame seeds, figs. Omega-3, your flax seeds, your seaweed, your walnuts, also plant-based supplements. Your zinc, your legumes, your soy, your whole grains, your nuts, your seeds, all have zincs, your quinoa and so forth, right? Your iron, your tofu, your soy, your nuts, spinach, peanut butter, blackstrap mole, sesame seeds, tahini, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, dried fruits. Your iodine is dulce, nori, kelp, as well as iodinized salt. Your B12, this is something that we're going to talk about. B12, there are a few things that I have read. There are some individuals saying that B12 doesn't need to be supplemented, right? Most say B12 needs to be supplemented. This is where you need to talk to your healthcare professional. However, it is my belief that most fully plant-based individuals will need to, at some point, to some extent, supplement with a B12 supplement, okay? It's a water-soluble vitamin that has a lot to do with the nervous system in the brain and also forming of blood. And someone severely deficient in B12 can cause damage to the nervous system. People with deficiency may experience things such as fatigue, depression, and poor memory. Since B12 is found highest in most animal foods, a vegan will have to supplement with the B12, right? But let's get into the questions that I would ask. Okay. So you've asked in regards to what to supplement with and so forth. I hope that that's kind of answered the question. I am not your doctor, by the way. I am a naturopath, but I am not your naturopath. So this is where you need to take that in consideration, that you need to talk to your practitioners to get how much, where, how, and so forth, right? But the questions that I would ask you is, are you already vegan or plant-based, or are you moving to be plant-based? Are you going to have any animal foods? And what I mean by that, some people have eggs. Some people keep eggs, right? If you keep eggs, most likely won't need as much B12 supplementation as that if you kept eggs in there, right? Are you going to be transitioning at once? Is it going to be on Monday, I'm going to plant-based, or is it going to be, I'm going to take myself a month and I'm going to go plant-based? Are you prepared to go plant-based? What are your current health issues? Do you have any current health issues? Do you understand what a plant-based diet is? Are you currently taking any supplements? Are you currently taking any medication? How far are you going to go? These are some of the things that you need to ask yourself to understand of what I would do, right? So what I would do is, before going plant-based, I would run my blood tests, right? Run my blood tests, understand where my body is at, right? And then also order a fatty acid test profile that looks at my omega-3, 6, 9, my trans fats, and so forth to get an understanding where that is at. Because a lot of individuals, even if they're not plant-based, they may be deficient in all those things that I spoke about earlier, B12, zinc, calcium, and so forth. So these individuals are scared that they may be deficient by going plant-based. Many individuals that are eating the Australian diet should be scared. So essentially, what I would do is I would get those tests done to understand where my base is at, where I'm at the moment, and then get that done again in 3, 6, or 12 months after gone plant-based. I would ensure my fridge cupboard is filled with healthy plant-based. I would do a cupboard look at my cupboard and be like, all right, out in, remove this, remove that, right? Ensure that, have a list next to me and be like, these are plant-based foods. Is this plant-based? No, yes, look at the ingredients. And this is also an amazing educational experience where you get to understand what's in your food. Because most individuals don't actually turn around and look at the ingredients, look what's in their food. But going plant-based, that's what woke me up, and looking at ingredients and being like, what? This is in my food? This is absolutely crazy. I wouldn't just substitute all my food to plant-based foods such as vegan burgers and so forth, vegan sausages, because these are very processed. So it's kind of like you're exchanging one to the other. Essentially, I wouldn't be hard on myself if accidentally there's something that I, take in that may have animal things in it. Don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. It's a process. It's something that you're going through a process to either benefit yourself, benefit the earth, benefit the animals, whatever reason it may be you're doing it, right? I would see a healthcare professional who understands the plant-based diet and get advice, maybe even a 4-week meal plan to ensure that I won't be deficient in anything. This is a great way to get started. Or even a company that delivers food that's plant-based for a month. So I get an idea, oh, okay, that tastes yummy. Or I know what to do. I remember I did that, and there was this thing called eggs. I was like, I'm going to have eggs, I'm going to scrambled eggs. And it was tofu with turmeric. And I was like, this is yum. Looked at the ingredients, looked at how it's made, done it for myself, right? Absolutely amazing. Supplement with a good form of B12 depending on your levels. This is why the blood test would get done. Currently, depending on the dosages. So dosages depend on the levels that you're on and so forth. So this is where you need to get the base of where you are now, right? Choose a vegan organic protein supplement to ensure that you're going through smoothly, and have this in the morning or in the afternoon, or have it daily to ensure that your protein needs are met. Also, I would eat a high variety of food, seasonal, have lots of vegetables, organic and seasonal, lots of yummy fruits, amazing, healthy, rainbow variety whole foods, because essentially the main reason why you should be going plant-based is to increase your variety of vegetables, increase your variety of beans, increase your variety of legumes and so forth in your diet, so you ensure that you're getting the best possible food. Be aware that in the first month your digestion may be a bit different, things may be happening, and this is where you need to ensure that you work with a healthcare professional to ensure that you are going to the toilet every day, that you're not constipated, that you don't have diarrhea, that you don't have fatigue, brain fog and so forth, to ensure that it's a positive move for the better for your health, right? This is where it's so important to work with a healthcare professional. But essentially, I hope this answers your question. I hope this sheds some light to your question. Anyone listening who may have this issue, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Comment below, let me know. Do what you do best. Subscribe to the Natural Health Podcast. Share this with your loved ones. And we're here every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, episodes pumping at you. If you haven't heard any of the other episodes, jump on it, listen to it, give it a like, give it a share. And remember, the missing link between failure and success is your health.